I think it's all about rumor mongering. If you see those leaders saying, oh, port is being privatized, those are rumor mongering people who don't have facts with them. The reality is that there is no port privatization. There's nothing like that. There is what we call concession. Concession means that KPA can go ahead. For example, the special economic zone. We have another port in Lamu, right? And it's just lying like that. You know, just some few activities going on here and there. And when we are opening it up, we are opening it up for both local and international to come and invest. Where there is investment, the government gets its own tax, people get employed, and life goes on, as long as you follow the rules and the laws of that country, or the lease of that, the lease that you're going to be given. Now, let me ask you something. Jomo Kenyatta International Airport is not the property of Nairobians. It's the property of the entire country. It belongs to the government of Kenya, government of the day. If today the president goes ahead and says that he's going to do an open sky, does it mean we are selling JKI? It means that more flights will come in, domestic and international. It means that the prices will vary. For common mwananchi, now he'll have an option to go with his budget. Okay. Maybe the only harm is that KQ might end up losing, but it doesn't mean that we are giving out JKIA to foreigners because they are flying now in the country. They are operating Mombasa, Kisumu. They are operating Mombasa, Nairobi. They are operating Kisumu, Nairobi. No, it becomes the property of the government of the day. JKI belongs to Kenyans. It doesn't mean since we have done that now it's okay, we've sold it, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing that is going to be privatized. For example, there are Kenyans who are inside the port of Mombasa doing business. They are under KPA. They are given the lease by KPA. They pay the fee, the rental fee, every end of the month. They pay the tax. And they employ people, and the business goes on. But at the end of the day, the boss there is the Kenya Ports Authority. You cannot be given a space there and then you start saying that it is mine, it is private, you are going to run. KRA is there, Kenya Ports is there, the government is there. So you cannot just say that now that I'm being given a small space here to operate, now this is my private property. No. It's a lease. You can be given 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. That's it. Just the way you are given lease of properties. If you want to do farming and somebody gives you 40 acres or 100 acres and tells you, I give you a lease of 2 years, you do your farming here. It's the same thing. As a governor is a cool kid trying to play smart or trying to play tough. He knows the facts, but he's lying to the people. You know, I was among the people who were fighting for the port to be back in Mombasa, the operations and everything. And we achieved through the government of Dr. William Ruto. The governor is acting weirdly because one, I can ask him, you have given out, last time we saw Moses Kuria going to Miritini. There is, I think, close to 600 acres in Miritini where they are doing the industrial park. And the governor himself has invited international investors to come and invest there at the industrial park. Why did he invite them? Why don't he want the other people to invite investors, but he wants only him to invite the investors? Why? Does it mean if the investors are coming for the Mombasa Industrial Park in Miritini, does it mean the land now belongs to the investors? Does it mean that the entire chunk of Miritini Industrial Park belongs to those investors? No. They are going to pay the rates as the rest of the Kenyans. They are going to pay KRA, the tax. They are going to the advantage we have is that they are going to employ a lot of people. So awache kudanganyana. On the other hand, he's saying that, oh, why are you inviting investors? And on the other hand, he's inviting investors on the same thing. We are doing both the local and international. Those Kenyans who have the capacity of doing business, they can give them 50, 60 acres of land in Dongokundu. Let them do business because they are helping us. Buy Kenya, jenga Kenya. It's a Kenyan investing there. It's a foreigner investing there, depending on somebody's capacity of doing the business. But no one is selling the port. The port belongs to the government of Kenya. And the government of Kenya are the people of this country. In fact, there is no way forward because there is nothing that is bad is happening. There is no debate about this thing. But I'm happy because there's a plan of making sure that all coast members of parliament, all coastal leaders, including the stakeholders, are going to be invited at the port where we are going to have a meeting, and those who don't know will be taken through. Because if you stop somebody and tell him, now I've heard you saying this, can you give me facts and figures?